Oh. This might be one of the craziest things I've ever done in my photographic career. I'll explain in a minute. So if you guys are new here, welcome. My name is Spencer. I'm a landscape and nature photographer based here in the beautiful Hawaiian Islands. And up until this point, I primarily focused on the landscapes. Even though, as you can see from behind me, our islands are incredible and filled with totally unrivaled beauty, the landscape can sometimes get boring. And when you've shot every location that you could possibly shoot a million times over in all the different lighting situations, and you can't really come up with any new ideas or any fresh ideas, photography can be kind of a drag when you're just stuck to one specific genre. So that's when I picked up wildlife photography. And since then, I've been really enjoying it and wanted to just get more and more into it. So in comes this guy right here. The super crazy expensive, way out of my price range. Sony 600mm f4. And as you can see, this thing is a monstrosity. It's like $14,000 or something stupid like that. And thankfully, it is available to rent online. So picked this guy up for rental, and this is our first shoot that we're gonna have with it. We're out here on the coastline. We have got some of these red and white tail tropic birds, or the Kauai ula and the Kauai kea. And so we're gonna put the A1 on this 600mm, try and take some shots, see how it goes, and yeah, hopefully we'll get something crazy today. Naturally, the first thing that I do with this $14,000 lens that isn't mine is dangle it off the edge of a cliff, oblivious to the sharp rocks and crashing waves below. But I think the shots that we got made it worth the risk. This initial shoot allowed me to acquaint myself with this beast of a lens. It was a stark reminder to get in the gym more, Spencer. One last time before I embarked on the next photographic journey. The Big Island of Hawaii is home to the majestic Hawaiian Short Eared Owl, or the Pueo. I did photograph them once before, but I knew that the image quality could improve. Not just optically, but also by getting into better position. This would also be the first time I would dedicate a trip to wildlife photography instead of landscape photography. But we would also take advantage of the island's epic seascapes and unrivaled dark skies for astrophotography. So make sure your seatbelts are fastened, tray tables are in their upright and locked position, and window shades are open, because we will be taking off and spreading our wings on this solo travel wildlife photography adventure on the beautiful island of Hawaii.
Welcome to Kona. Please stay seated with your seatbelts fastened. Leave all your carry-on items stowed until we arrive at the gate. The captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign.
No, you know. Oh, well, this is nice and cozy. All right, well, here we are in Kona. Just gonna enjoy some brunch from the classic Pine Tree Cafe. If you know, you know. That's the spot where we go all the time. And look at this double loco moco. Oh my goodness, I might save this for dinner too. But anyways, we are here because, like I mentioned in, yesterday, we have the 600mm GM. So we are here to hopefully get some wildlife. But today's sunset is actually looking really good. So there's high clouds around, so this afternoon I think we're gonna head up, try and shoot some Pueo, try and get those owl shots that we came here for. But I think the high clouds should be sticking around for sunset, so as long as it looks like there's potential for sunset, we'll head back down to the drains and shoot those drains because they're really close by. All right, so, here we go. We've got our wildlife equipment ready to go. We're gonna head out on our first shoot of this trip. There it is, this big boy locked in there. But yeah, we're gonna head up to our Pueo spot and try and see if we can get anything good this afternoon. It's gonna take us about an hour to get there, so long drive. It's about 1 p.m. right now, and yeah, we'll see what happens when we get up there. As I drove up to Saddle Road, I reminded myself of our previous mistakes when photographing the Pueo. Now, the mistake I made last time was it was on the opposite edge of the road, so I pulled over, and I think I pulled over too quickly. So I'm trying to drive slow, even though the speed limit is like, I think it's like 45. So people fly down this road, and they usually don't seem to mind, but I think I spooked it last time. So I'm just trying to take my time, go a little bit slower. And in the case where I do see one, just really take my time and park the car nice and slowly, and maybe even park the car further away than I normally would. Don't pull up right next to it, I'm thinking. So I decided to pull up to the same spots where I caught them before and try and wait them out in hopes that they would magically appear. But after only catching a glimpse of one diving into the field, I entered the final hour of our shoot, known as the Desperation Drive. Oh, I see one perched right on this railing. And I did the thing that I know I'm not supposed to do. Did it fly away? It didn't fly away yet. Do I turn around? What do? I drove right past it. It looked at me. Is it still there? It's still there. Okay. But how do I do this without spooking it? Can I get it from this side? Just barely. Oh man, taking a huge risk here. Stay there, buddy. Oh, I spooked it. I'm an idiot. Like, you were so close, Spencer. You were right there. But let me see if any of these flying shots. Hey, this one actually came out pretty good. Good consolation prize. We literally had the shot, and we were so close. We were right there. And that's what kills me too. Did it again. I spooked it. And like, there's a part of me that's upset about missing the photograph, right? But I think even more frustrating is the fact that I know that I know I'm not doing the worst to the wildlife by getting out and trying to photograph them, but just knowing that my presence changed the behavior of the animal, it just feels weird. It just doesn't feel right, and that's another thing that's frustrating about it. But you know, it is what it is. We made an attempt. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, I'm sure, for sunrise, barring any change of plans. The weather report doesn't look that great for sunrise, so I'm thinking there's no better time to just come back and try it again. I disappointingly headed back to Kona. The skies looked promising earlier in the afternoon, but after arriving on location just before sunset, I regretted my decision. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Somebody must have turned out the clouds, because now it's looking like it's super duper clear. Oh man, But honestly, that's the name of the game when you come to the Big Island. You know, the place is so big and you have to make a split-second decision on where to go for your shooting, and you just have to live with the consequences. There are a good amount of like patchy clouds in the sky, so it's not like it's a totally clear sky and a complete bust. So I think I'm gonna still try and go for a shot. Oh man, well, the sky is not doing at all what we wanted it to do. So as you can see, the clouds have pretty much dissipated. I think I'm just gonna be going for a sun-star shot here because yeah, I don't see any clouds around of any sort that would make for a good shot. Oh, what a bummer. But I guess the good thing about these clouds clearing is that gives us the opportunity to possibly do Milky Way tonight. So Milky Way rises around midnight, and there is a spot kind of close to the Airbnb that I wanted to try out. Kind of like a mediocre first day here on the Big Island. I mean, we got maybe like 1 or 2 good Pueo shots. Nothing that's portfolio worthy because I'm gonna have to crop in. But I do think it was a good experience and a good, I guess, learning, you know, always learning. Were you trying to say learning opportunity? I'm so tired here, I'm talking bubbles already. We'll see you guys up bright and early as long as there are still clear skies. Well, good morning everybody. Can you see me? Okay. There, that should be a little bit better, but good morning. We are out here just after 1 a.m. I wanted to photograph this halewa'a, or canoe house with the Milky Way, but it was a challenge due to the light pollution from the boat harbor that was in the background. But the stars are out. I don't see a cloud in sight, so it's a very, very good time to be starting the Milky Way activities. After getting a decent Milky Way shot at the beach, I drove back to the Airbnb to dump cards and caffeinate before taking a quick power nap before another Pueo hunting mission. All right, sorry, I'm small kind of on the side of the road, but there were some that were just perched on top of this little telephone pole here. So I pulled over, and of course they flew away as soon as I pulled over. They don't love me. But snapped maybe one photo of it silhouetted in the glow behind us. Man, I'm exhausted. I got home around 4 and said, all right, I need to take a quick cat nap and recharge, and that was the worst mistake because I maybe dozed off for like 10 minutes only, maybe 20, but then I woke up from that little cat nap feeling horrible. Usually I can power nap and wake up feeling refreshed, but not today. There unfortunately wasn't much Pueo activity this morning, so I decided to pack it up and head back towards Kona. man, I'm still just hunting hunting for that portrait shot of one, and I just don't want to sit still for me. But you know, we're just gonna make our drive back. I'd say chalk another L for the Pueo portrait, but you know, we were able to get that silhouette shot, which I really enjoyed. It's pretty much the first shot that we took, and it actually came out pretty well, thanks to, you know, G Master autofocus, 30 frames per second, and you know, all the good stuff. It was a good attempt. It was a good morning, but I'm tired. I'm very, very tired. Oh, all right. Well, breakfast of champions, I guess. Breakfast or dinner, depending on whichever way you look at it. It is a beautiful, beautiful day out. Crisp, clear skies. I bet you the beaches are nice and calm. The clarity is amazing. But here's the problem. I'm here alone by myself. I have no backup driver, and I was knocking out on the way back home. Like, it was scary how bad it was. So I think I need to prioritize, just, you know, based off of last experience, I need to prioritize getting enough rest, because tonight is also looking like it's going to be another clear night for Milky Way. So I'm going to want to try and stay up for that. So I'm going to do Pueos again, of course, for sunset. And we are going to go possibly shoot Milky Way either back here in Kona if the clouds look good. There's a heiau that I wanted to shoot, or we might go up to Mauna Kea and shoot that fresh layer of snow if the road opens up. So yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes, but just gonna sit here, enjoy my acai bowl, and hopefully this knocks me out for a few hours, and yeah, we'll see you guys later on this afternoon, tonight. Okay. All right, what is this? Round 3 of the search for the Pueo portrait. And yeah, it's like mid-afternoon, just about like 3:30 here, up on the saddle. And yeah, just after this morning, I just, you know, took a nap and relaxed, and now I feel much more refreshed and much more energized to make the you know, the continued attempts to try and find these Pueo, or at least the Pueo on the post. But you know, we've learned a couple of things from the past 2 shoots that we came up here. We have to make sure that we drive slow, and we have to, you know, kind of keep our eyes out and keep focused. And we also, you know, it remains to be seen what's better, staying in one spot and just kind of hoping that they come close to you, or driving up and down and trying to sneak up on them. It seems like the sneaking up on them hasn't worked ideally as I thought. If I am going to sneak up on them, I have to stay kind of in the car so I don't create more unnecessary movement. But it's hard because, you know, this area is so wide and so vast that they really could be anywhere. And, you know, if you're stuck in one spot, you could be missing something elsewhere. So it's just really, really difficult to just try and find the right balance between moving spots and changing locations, and being patient and letting them come to us. So I don't know. Once again, I drove up and down Saddle Road, pulling over in some areas to watch and wait for the Pueo to come out, but it wasn't until the late afternoon that I was able to catch a glimpse of one hunting in the field. There's one in the field right there. Come towards Papa. Come towards Papa. Yes, that's the spirit. Come towards Papa. Oh, I'm tracking one in the field. Oh yeah, this is the spot right here. This has got to be the spot. Where'd you go? There you are. because we got all of these posts lined up right in front of us. Oh, getting close, getting close. These might be the best in-flight shots that we're getting. All right, let's see. Did any of the shots that we took come out good? These are awesome. There's like just enough backlight that it's lighting the backside of the wings. Finally got a cool shot of it in flight and where you can actually see the detail, because we did get one this morning, but couldn't really see what kind of bird it was. You can only see the silhouette. Oh my Lord. Now all we need is the portrait. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. There is one literally hovering around the field right there. How close do I push it? How close do I try to get? Pull to the side. Oh my God, there's not enough space over here. Crap, 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 crap. It's flying above us. Oh, wrong place, wrong time. Ah! Crap, crap, crap. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Get the angle. A little bit further up, okay. Oh no, he did not seem to be deterred by our presence. There we go. Where is he going? All right, mister, you're mine. You can't hear the sounds of the shutter here because it was put on silent. What in the world did we just witness? We've got to have had at least one cool shot of it in flight. We're missing the portrait, which is a key part of the portfolio, but let me see if we got anything good. I freaking nailed one. Yes. I want to scream, but of course that'd be very bad. But I freaking nailed one coming around in this perfect orange golden light. I actually nailed a couple. Yes, baby. Those shots just came out so good. This light is so incredible. We are gonna come right back here tomorrow, and then sunset again tomorrow, and then one more time sunrise before we fly out. But man, oh man, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. It's such an incredible bird. Got some incredible shots. It's been an incredible experience. And this sunset is just looking dope over these hills. These in-flight shots, these are gonna be hard to beat. You know, the shot that we really need to go for is that portrait. We have 3 more opportunities to try and get it. But man, oh man. Oh my God, so good. This is probably the hardest I've worked, like not physically, because it's real easy to get up and drive and sit in the car and drive around and look for birds. Physically, these photos were not that hard to take, but I think mentally and psychologically it's been the most challenging, because you know, from the first initial time we got to Pueo, I thought it was going to be easy because they were literally right there and I found them so easily. And then the next 2 trips that we made up here, you know, it was very, very rough. We didn't get hardly anything. And, you know, it's just one of those things where you're like questioning, oh man, is this even worth it? This thing might just be too difficult for us to try and do. And, you know, I rented the 600mm lens and I don't even know if it's going to be worth it because I'm not getting any shots. And then all of a sudden on the 3rd round, we get amazing activity and just get super lucky. But I mean, it just is a lesson, as pretty much all my lessons are, in, you know, perseverance when it comes to nature photography. You know, the conditions are not always going to be the best every time you go out. You have to live with those shoots where you're disappointed. But if you just keep going, and if you just keep trying, and if you just keep putting yourself in the best situations possible during the best time, something special is bound to happen eventually. And you know, that's kind of the mindset I had going into this. And even though our morale dipped a little bit as the days went on and the shoots piled up in L's, we ended up pulling through and getting something absolutely incredible. So I think that's gonna about do it for me. This was a very, very fantastic day. Stay tuned, because tonight's Milky Way mission would be one to remember. I drove all the way back up to Mauna Kea for Milky Way. Now, snow on Mauna Kea is typically a winter occurrence, but a few days before we arrived, the summit got blasted by a rare spring storm. I was planning on shooting near the visitor center, but saw that they ended up opening up the road. So after acclimating for a little bit, I headed up to the summit to capture the Milky Way rising over the snow-capped summit. Freezing. I just spent maybe 2 hours hanging out in the car, and it's just, I had to turn the heat on because it's still super cold. I think it's like, the car says that it's in its 20s, the temperature, but I don't know what to believe. But the Milky Way is starting to get a little bit out of our frame, but we still have a little bit of time left before it completely disappears. Because the moonlight is not super strong, it's not really blocking out any of the Milky Way, which is really awesome. Oh crap, it's cold. Waiting for that sun to rise. Now the sunrise is all the way out here. You can see the glow starting to happen behind me. And you know, it's a beautiful view. And we definitely probably could get a composition where we're shooting the snow and shooting out towards this way, but I think it works a little bit better when we use that kind of golden, that red and golden light, and cast a lot of side light on our mountain. So I really wanted to try and highlight that with this composition and with this time lapse. rad. You can watch the telescope move and close. Wow, that's awesome. Quick selfie for the gram. After sunrise, I did drive back towards Saddle Road to look for the Pueo, but I didn't even catch a glimpse of one. Maybe it was because I was driving with one eye open. So I headed back to the Airbnb to rest and recover. I woke up mid-afternoon and drove up to Pueo hunt again, but this afternoon the weather did not want to cooperate. Oh man, here we go. I don't know how this is gonna go, but it is pouring rain. It's not looking like this rain is gonna let up anytime soon, and all the weather reports are saying it's not gonna let up, it's only gonna get worse. So if we see one driving down, of course we're gonna stop and we'll hang out a little bit more. But I think it's pretty safe to say that today is just not our day for the Pueo. All right, so we're back home and we are immediately heading back out. And I don't even know why, because majority of the sky looks clear, but there are some like medium-ish looking clouds kind of creeping up from the horizon, or not from the horizon, from the other side. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe, just maybe, sunset might have the potential to maybe do something, anything. Honestly, I'm kind of just trying to take advantage of the fact that we are here on the beautiful island of Hawaii. Head back to the trains, I guess. Whew. All right, ladies and gents, this is our spot for sunset. Now, the sun is actually setting that direction, but as I was driving down the coast, I'm like, oh crap, I made the wrong decision, because the clouds are totally cleared out. So that's where, more so where our Airbnb is, and this direction is very far off. But then I said, you know what, even if we're shooting away from the sun, it might actually work within our favor, because we have this huge cloud system out here, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna blow this way. And I can even see a little bit of a rainbow coming out on that side, so I gotta get shooting. This just need a little bit of a bigger wave, like that one. Like this one will be the good one. Drain off the side. Yes, there we go. There it is. There's the shot. Oh my God, we got it. And the rainbow's intensifying a bit more. Oh my God, this is incredible. Wow. That's a big one. Woo, stay dry. Oh my God. I think we're good, but oh, that's gotta be the wave of the day right there. Oh my Lord. Oh my God, that's even a bigger one. Ah! Stay dry, camera. Oh my God. Actually, check it out this way. I'm just going to show you the iPhone video. There's a rainbow there too, starting to kick off in the opposite direction. So if there was total rain all caught up in the atmosphere, the rainbow would be one huge bow. But right now it's just the tail end. So there and there that it's starting to fade out actually. But we're going to shoot the rest of these clouds because these cloud textures are pretty much all the cloud action we got. We have this cloud over here, but I really don't want to stand over there. That would be very bad. Oh wow, so good. Oh man, but only if there was a composition to shoot that rainbow back there, we'd be adjusting now, because no more rainbow on this side, even though the clouds are nice. All the action is on these clouds now. Oh well, keep moves. Woo, big one. Please don't splash us. Oh, oh my God. Oh my God, this is a fat one. Woo! Hold on tight. Hold on to your titties. Wow. All right. Oh my God, that's a big one coming up through. Oh shit. Woo! Are we still good on the camera? Is our camera still good? I think for the most part, the water droplets are in areas that's not critical to the shot. Let me wipe this real quick here. And try not to drop anything in the water. Oh, this set just came in at the perfect time. Woo! Absolutely majestic. I was upset that we got rained out and didn't get an opportunity to photograph the owls, but it sure was an incredible evening of shooting at the drains. I decided to sleep instead of shoot Milky Way because we had one last opportunity to chase our Pueo portrait the following morning. Oh. All right, everybody. Good morning. It's our last day here on the Big Island, trying to photograph the Pueo. We're out here on Saddle Road, beautiful sunrise. A little bit of high clouds, but mostly clear, which is good. So we're just gonna drive, park at a spot, and hopefully they show up. We're still trying to go for a beautiful, clean Pueo portrait. So we'll see if we can get that. But yeah, even though our trip is coming to a close, we still have the 600mm G Master lens for, I think, another day or so. So this afternoon we have plans back home on Oahu to do more wildlife photography. And we also have some more plans to do wildlife photography tomorrow too. So this vlog is not over just yet, even though our trip is coming to a close. But let's hope that we can get at least one more Pueo shot while we're here. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh my goodness, what a glorious, glorious view. We've got a beautiful view of the mountains back there, and there's, you know, horses and volcano shapes back there. That's pretty awesome. Let's see, I can take a picture. Landscape shot. Ooh, 600 mils, a bit tight. I mean, check this out. Look at the difference between these two lenses. I mean, having to use this thing the past couple of weeks has made me really appreciate the size and weight difference of the 100 to 400. But I think without having the 600mm, we wouldn't have been able to get the shots that we have gotten so far. So happy that we were able to use this one. And the $1 million question every time is, how much do we wait around for something to happen, like how we are now, and just kind of chilling on the side of the road? And how much driving do we do? Because I did make one pass up. It was still dark, so I didn't take too good of a look, and I didn't see a whole lot of anything. But you know, I'm thinking, once the sun comes up, we'll probably hit that desperation zone again, and then we'll maybe start driving around. But honestly, there's a part of me that's kind of over it, and I think the hard effort that we made the past couple of days was a lot. You know, coming up here, I think this is like the 5th time that we're trying to, you know, at least drive the road and take a stop and take a look around, and, you know, getting decent shots. But the main shot that we wanted to go for was the portrait of it sitting on the post, and unfortunately we haven't got that yet. After a few close sightings, it wasn't looking like there were any Pueo willing to sit on the post for me. All right, well, we're just about towards the tail end of the saddle. I'm gonna have to pull over and maybe kind of make some GPS coordinates for where we need to go, but there is this last section that they possibly could be in, though I'm not hopeful. But you know, I mean, this trip, in terms of wildlife, if we're just talking about the wildlife photography, it's made me really appreciate how freaking hard it is to get a shot of these owls. And I've seen countless numbers of photographs on social media of the owls sitting on the fence posts, just chilling, waiting for their picture to be taken. And I thought it was gonna be a piece of cake. But, you know, it just goes to show you that Mother Nature and these animals do not give a frick about what you want to photograph. You know, they're just gonna do what they want to do. I mean, they're wild, you have no control of it. But at the same time, I do applaud myself for putting in the hard work and putting in the effort to just show up here pretty much for every single sunrise and every single sunset. We at least drove out here, made the effort, took a look. Whether or not they presented themselves, that's out of our control, so I'm not going to stress about that. we took the shots that we could take. We tried as best as we could, and that's all I can really ask for. And that's all you can really do for yourself in your own photography when it comes to anything, landscapes, portraits, wildlife, it doesn't matter. Let me just pull over here real quick. You can only control what you can control, and the fact that we're out here for all of these sunrises and sunsets, that's really all we can do. But yeah, I think we're just gonna call it quits, head back towards Kona, clean up the car a little bit, and fill her up with some gas, and then yeah, that's gonna about do it for us. Oh my god, it's just our luck. We might get it after all. There's one sitting on the post right there. Beautiful backlight. Come on, camera, click on. Oh, fuck yes. Our portrait. Our beautiful, beautiful portrait. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Such a beautiful bird. Wow. Is it still there? Yep, it's still there. And I'm gonna try and sneak behind the bush and see if we can get a better shot of its face. Because right now it's got its butt towards us because, you know, we're the Pueo Okole photographer this trip, because they're always flying away from me. But I think if we can hide behind this little hill that we have, I think it'll be worth it. I'm not gonna vlog it, I'm just gonna do it and try. I snuck out of the car, and of course, as soon as I approached, it flew down into the field. However, it did give me one last look, which presented the opportunity to take the best Pueo shots for this entire trip. Oh my god. Okay, we got something. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. All the hard work that we put in just paid off. Like I predicted, as soon as I approached, even though I was behind the hill, it spotted me, flew into the field, landed on a rock, and then I was able to sneak up on it again. Sitting on the rock, it gave me another look. Oh my god, got another portrait. So I got it looking at the camera twice, but I think I like the one sitting on the rock a little bit more because there's more backlight on it. And then of course it just kind of flew away on the other side and it flew into the field. So I don't think it's gonna come back, but wow. That is just, I mean, it's pure luck. It's always just pure luck when it comes to this stuff, but just absolutely incredible. I'm surprised that it didn't fly off when I pulled over, but man, when you least expect it, when you're all packed up and you're calling it quits and you give up, then Mother Nature has a tendency to give you exactly what you're looking for right at the last minute. Because we're literally off Saddle Road. We're driving back down to Kona already. Literally, as we turned off the road, as we're driving by, I took a quick peek over and I'm like, oh my god, there's one sitting on the post. I had already packed up all my vlog gear and pulled over, and we got the shot. We got the shots that we were going for all this time.